I've actually been back from camp for a while because I didn't end up staying 7 weeks, but I felt way too lazy and I didn't want to do a 5 minute voiceover. But I'm here now, yippee! We could all cheer. So I'm gonna talk about camp because it was not a pleasant year. My most pleasant year, my favorite year so far. Actually, that was my last year, to be honest. To be clear, this year that I just went to, this was my last year. So 2 years ago was my favorite year because I had all my friends in my bunk. There was a girl that I really wanted to be friends with, and she was finally in my bunk, and we became really good friends. This year she was in my bunk and she ignored me. Also, this one girl that I was friends with for the past 2 or 3 years, she just ignored me too. Guys, we're friends. What is this? Then I became friends with two other people. One of them was nice. But she kind of just got mad at me if she would tell me a word in Hebrew so I could learn because I'm learning Hebrew. So she would tell me a word and I'd repeat it to her, and she wouldn't tell me if I was repeating it right or not. So when I bring it up later, she gets mad that I get it wrong, and I'm like, well, maybe if you told me, I'd get it right. And then there's this other girl who she thought it was the coolest thing ever to vape and smoke or whatever, and she would talk about it in detail. So I don't know, trigger warning, I guess, I don't know. She would talk about that she did 10 shots in one night and threw up. And then there was this adult man counselor, and she told him, oh yeah, I think that the only point of life is to party. And I'm like, so who lied to you? Because if I remember correctly, the point of life is yes, it's to have fun, but it's also not just getting drunk. You're gonna become an addict. She would eat vapes and stuff, and then she goes, oh, I can quit anytime. No, you can't. Be so for real. Also, oh my god, back to the adult man. He was the weirdest counselor ever. He wasn't my counselor. He was the boys' counselor on the the bottom of the hill, and the girls and the boys, not me, they would go on raids, which is basically going to each other's bunk. So I have woken up at 2 a.m. before to find boys in the bunk. And also, one time it was a Friday night, so everyone goes to sleep early usually, but then I wake up at 2 a.m. and I hear this one girl going, wake up! And she's so loud. She's the loudest kid in our bunk, I think. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And she was shaking everyone's bed. She's like, guys, come down, we're going on a raid. She skipped my bed because we're not friends. So, but she woke up every other person. She's not even friends with every other person. I think she just has beef with me. And she goes, wake up! And they go on a raid, and they come back, and they're like, oh, you weren't with us? Oh, it was so fun, you missed out. And I'm like, honestly, I got an extra 3 hours of sleep that you guys didn't get, and we have to wake up early tomorrow. So thank God I did not go on that raid. Also, we ended up going to LA for 5 days and Hawaii for 2, which is really fun. I went to Warner Brothers Studios, and it was really cool. Anytime anyone asks me about the trip, the first thing I say is oh yeah, we went to Warner Bros. Studios. It's not even the coolest thing, but it was my favorite part. We didn't really do that much else. See, that's the thing. So we probably did, and I just forgot. I had a notebook where I would write down everything that happened at camp, and I forgot to bring that notebook with me to my room to record this, so I don't have it. Oh, we also went to an amusement park, and I used to have a fear of roller coasters, but over the past year I got rid of that fear, so then I was going on upside down roller coasters because I could, so why wouldn't I? I also drew a lot in my sketchbook. Honestly, everyone probably thought I was so weird. I was reading Jane Eyre for my summer homework, and then reading regular books, and everyone's for rest, most of the time you can't find anyone because everyone's out doing stuff, but you could always find me because I'd just be on my bed reading. Also, almost every bunk was either a bottom bed. There were only 6 top beds, and there were 21 beds you can get in total. No, there were only 4 top bunks, and there were only 120, and there were 21 people. I somehow have the worst luck that I got a top bed. That is, for the past 4 years I've gotten a top bunk, and I'm still salty about this, and maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video because there's just a lot more to talk about.